Welcome to H Week. We've got golden letter friends, Harvey and Henry.
Hi, friends. I'm using this Play-Doh from last week when it was grape time with my Play-Doh. But now I'm using it to be some ground. It's H Week. And I'm putting this there. And then look what I'm going to do with my little craft sticks. I'm going to put them together like that. And can you guess what maybe I'm going to pretend this is? I'm pretending it's a fence. And it's a fence for a horse. So if this was a fence for a horse, and the horse was in their pasture, like where they lived, this could be there for two reasons. I'm thinking it could be there to keep the horse safe, like keep the horse where it needs to be. It could also be there to keep me out. So like if the horse is on that side and I'm on this side of the fence, maybe the horse doesn't want people to be around them. So the fence would be there so like I don't go through the fence to get the horse. I give the horse some space. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about when people do things to help take care of someone. And then when people do things and it's not helpful to them, they're in their space. And one of the ways we're going to do that is talking about something that this is for, that this is for, that this is for. Do you recognize these? If you're looking at the screen and you can see, I'm holding up different things for people's hair. H is for hair. H is for hair. So if I was pretending that this was one of my little friends and I had the job of helping take care of them, then I would choose the comb or the pick that was right for their hair texture, and I would be able to help take care of them like this. Okay, for your naturally curly hair, I'm going to do this pick real gently. I'm going to pick out your hair. And see, I'm being so gentle. If there's ever a tangle, I'm not just pulling through it. I'm going to stop, pull the pick out, and go to a new spot. And we're going to get that hair picked through. Or if I had another friend who had some tangles in her hair, like that, then maybe I'm going to use a different kind of comb that worked well for her texture of hair. And look how gentle I'm being. When I found a tangle just now, I didn't keep pulling my comb through. I went real gently to get the hair smooth. I was helping take care of them. Now, if either of these people were alive, and what if they were like, ow, stop. I would stop to find out why. I would stop to find out what can we do differently, what needs to happen. There is somebody in a book who has that happen. This is the friend. Her name is Aria. And in this book, it's called Don't Touch My Hair, H word. Another H word are all these hands around. She doesn't want people always touching her hair. Look, she loves her hair. Hi, I'm Aria, and this is my hair. I love my hair. It's soft and bouncy and grows up towards the sun like a flower. I love it up or down, styled or wild. I don't care. I just want it to be free. And look, without me even reading the words, if you can see the screen, I'm guessing you can have an idea of how she's feeling. She did not want people to touch her hair. And people would do it even without asking her. They would just do it, or they would just keep talking about it. That didn't feel careful, like caring for her. That felt like an invasion of her space. Like if the horse was behind that fence and I just jumped over that fence and went in there, the horse didn't want people in there, that wouldn't have been kind either. Just like this. And so the whole book tells about how much she works with this trouble. And then she says, the next time someone wants to touch my hair, they can ask me. This friend says, can I touch your hair? This reply says, not today. This friend says, okay. That is appropriate. Even though this person asked really nice, can I touch your hair? It's okay that this person said not today. And look, they're still smiling. They're still smiling. They know that they're still in a good relationship with each other. Because maybe another day, can I touch your hair? She says, today I felt like saying yes. Remember that people can change their mind. So look, if I pretend that this friend loves for me to comb her hair, she loves it, she loves it, she loves it, she loves it. And then we go to bed and it's nighttime and we're not together. And then we wake up and it's the next day and I think, oh, she loves it if I comb her hair. I'm going to comb her hair. And she says, no, stop. And I say, but you liked it yesterday. And she says, but I don't want it today. That's okay. That's about consent. You can change your mind anytime. Just because you liked it one day doesn't mean you have to like it the next day. It's your hair. It's your body. You can decide when you like it and when you don't like it. That's kind of like that horse behind the fence. Maybe the fence is there to say, if the horse comes out of the fence into the open area, then you can pet the horse. But if the horse goes behind the fence, don't pet the horse. That way we would be letting the horse decide what had them feel most comfortable. That's like how we can be treating all the people and all the animals. We are going to do a letter project that might remind you of the horse behind the fence, because we're going to turn the H into a horse. So get ready, and we're going to do H is for horse, H is for horse. The letter of the week is H. All right, sweet pies. I'm going to show you all the pieces in a little pile. We have a little bumpy bump. We have a little rectangle piece. We have a little squiggly blob. We have a shape that looks like a head with an eyeball and an ear, and that's right. That's what it is supposed to be. And the first thing we're going to do is turn this into the letter H, and then we're going to turn it into a horse. So the first piece we need is the bumpy bump. And I'm going to use a glue stick. And I'm not putting glue stick on my big paper. I'm going to put the glue on the little bumpy bump. It's brown, just like our color of the month. And this is the bump part. I just kind of smooth it because the glue was on the back side. And that is the bump to make our letter H. Now, if I put this line over here on this side, that is actually a backwards H. That would not match the books. Even if it looks like H to you, it is not going to match the books. I have to put it on this side. And then that matches it. The long line is on this side. So let me get my glue. Let me get my glue all over the back of that. And then turn it over, Miss Kristen. And I just stick it right there. And friends, I just made the H. It's a lowercase h. And if I want to pretend this is a horse, I'm going to give it some clues. I'm going to put a tail over here. I'm going to pretend this is like the horse body and we see the little two legs sticking out on this side, pretending the other legs are hiding. And then this is going to be the horse's neck. So if this is the horse body, this is its back, then I need a tail to go right over there. That means I'm going to get a little bit of glue on the back of the tail piece. And I got a little bit of the glue, stick glue on my fingers right there, that purple part. But the glue stick, I can just kind of rub and it goes away. And then look, there's the horse tail sticking down. Now it looks like a horse with no head. We got to put the head right here. So I get the headpiece. Now this side has an eyeball. This side does not. So I want the eyeball to show, which means I'm going to put glue on the other side because I want to see the eyeball. So I don't want to put glue on the eyeball. And then look. Then, friends, look. I put the head at the top. And I think that even if someone didn't hear me talking, if they saw this, they might think, oh, she's trying to turn that into a horse. All right, friends. So the horse that we just made was brown. Had some different shades of brown in the letter project. I've got a horse in a book that is not brown. There are a lot of brown things. But if you look, can you see a horse in this book? There is a horse going up a hill carrying something. The horse is gray. Here's the horse, kind of gray, going up a hill carrying something. And there's a turkey family laughing, which makes me think they enjoy watching that. The horse is carrying a sleigh, a sled up the hill in snow. Do you have any guess what that horse might be doing next? If the horse is taking a sled up the hill, what might that horse do next? I clipped it so you can see. I'll also show you that this is kind of like when we were talking about staying out of each other's space if people don't like it. This turkey family looks comfortable and happy to be together. This horse looks comfortable and happy to be walking alone. They are not having problems getting in each other's space. They're doing it in a way that everyone seems happy and relaxed. But look what's about to happen. If you can see the picture on the screen, you might be able to see some faces that look kind of worried or scared. The horse is on the sleigh, is on the sled, but look at where the horse is heading. Into the turkey family with now more family members and a dog, into their space. This horse is not trying to get into their space to be mean. The horse is accidentally about to go into their space. They might even know, oh, the horse isn't trying to hurt us, but I think the horse might come and bump into our space and hurt us. This happens a lot at preschool. Maybe it happens at other places. Like in this book, when the people were trying to touch her hair on purpose, like, ooh, I want to feel it, I want to feel it. Ooh, I want to feel it, I want to feel it. Look, hey, I found it, I can touch it, I can touch it. That was on purpose. That is not okay. This horse going into the family and the dog isn't safe and isn't okay, but it's not to be mean. It's an accident. So if you ever can tell that you have gone into someone's space or you've done something that hurt them and you didn't mean to, you can right away say, I'm so sorry I got in your space. Or maybe this horse is saying, I'm sorry, I'm about to crash into you. I'm sorry, please move, please move, please move. I'm not trying to get in your personal space. My sled is out of control. They do crash. They do crash. This is a picture that's supposed to show the crash. And then, friends, look. This is the picture of right after the crash. After they got all their things picked up. Nobody is hurt. It doesn't even look like feelings are hurt. Everybody is at the table together. So it must have worked out that people were able to know, oh, it was an accident. Okay, that feels better. My feelings aren't hurt and my body's okay. I was scared, but I moved through that. Just like Aria had to do it by talking a lot and setting her own boundary and keep reminding people, don't touch my hair. Stop, don't touch my hair. She got it. She worked hard for it and figured it out. We can be helpers that way when we work together. We can be helpers at listening to what people want, understanding what they like and what they don't like. If you see a dog, there was a dog in that book. If you see a dog ever and the dog growls at you, that is a very strong clue to just back up. Don't stay by the dog. The dog is giving you a clue. It's like the dog is trying to put a fence up. Okay, I'm going to back up away from the dog. That's what we can do to communicate with each other. If I see a preschooler and I say, hi, friend, hi, and I'm waving at them and I'm getting close to them and they do this, that tells me they don't want to be very close to me right now, so I'm also going to back up. Then we can both back up to give more space. You can do that with people. All right, friends, I'm thinking about something. I'm thinking about the horse shape that we made out of the H. That was brown. I'm thinking about the horse in the book that went on the sled, and then the sled went down right into the turkey family and dog family space. And that horse was gray. I have a horse to paint to put in my journal. I have this little horse. This little horse I'm going to put in my journal. After I paint it and after it dries, I'll use glue and I'll put glue on the back and I'll stick it in my journal for H week. And I'm not going to use crayons. I'm not going to use markers. I'm going to use paint. Because friends, look, the edge of a paintbrush, the brush part, is kind of like horsehair. Like, if I feel it on my face, because it's dry and clean, it just feels really like soft and tickly, like maybe a horse tail, like maybe a little tail. It's soft. This is made out of plastic, but it's soft. I can imagine that maybe that's what a really soft little horse tail feels like. If you ever get a brush and it's clean and it's dry and you want to feel it, it feels kind of nice. I'm doing it to my own space. I wouldn't go up to somebody else and put it on their face without asking them first. That would be like me getting into their space. That's not what I want to do. I would say, do you want me to brush this on your cheek? And they would have to say yes for me to do it. And if I started it and then they said, no, I don't want any more, or they pulled their head back, I would stop. I'm not going to chase them with the brush. Feels nice. Now, if I wanted to make this be a brown horse, just like our alphabet project, or a grayish horse, just like our horse in the book, I would have a problem. Look. No brown, no gray. But let me tell you why brown is such a magical color. I've got a little jar of water, which I'm going to use to wet my brush. And let me get my little tabletop for you to see differently. So this little tabletop here will let me show you how I can use all the colors to make some brown. So I'm first going to get all my watercolors a little bit wet. Dance, 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 wet, 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 dance, 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 wet, 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 dance, 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 wet, wet, wet. And then, friends, I mix them. I mix some red with some blue. I mix some green. Do you see that I'm mixing them? Sometimes you're going to go to a school or to an art class, or you're going to work with somebody who's going to tell you don't mix the paints. For this project, I had to mix the paints. And the good thing about watercolor paints is that even if they get mixed, grown-ups can know how to clean them off again so they go back to being one color separate. But friends, this is why brown is so magical. Because look, do you see all around there? Because I mixed them up, it's turning brownish. And then I can paint my horse brownish. The color of the month is November. Look, friends, it's brown. I did not have brown paint, but I made brown. I mixed blue plus red plus green plus orange plus yellow, and it really did turn it brown. It's our color of the month. It's kind of a light brown. Okay, I'm going to get the mane. Horses are covered in hair, but some of their hair is longer than other hair. Their tail is longer hair. Their mane is longer hair than the rest of them. Look at that, friends. Brown is so magical. You can make brown by mixing up the other colors. So now I'm thinking about this horse, and I'm thinking that if I was around this horse, I would want it to feel safe around me. I would want it to know that I'm not trying to be a mean boss of it. I would want it to be able to have its own space if it wanted its own space. And I would want it to know that I would also like to take care of it if it would want that. One other way that people take care of things, people, animals, things like they take care of their hair. Like if this toy horse of mine had hair that was real, this is just plastic, I would love to brush it. I could pretend to brush it. Here you go, horse. And I'm pretending that the horse is not trying to get away, which means the horse likes it. Ooh, brush your long tail. And then if I pretend that the horse tried to get away a little bit, that means, oh, I'm going to stop trying to take care of the horse. I think the horse needs a break. But then what if the horse came back to me and I said, do you want some more? And the horse stayed. And I started to comb it, and the horse stayed. Maybe that means the horse only wants their mane brushed. They don't like their tail brushed. That's fine. I don't have to do the tail. I'll just do your mane. There's another thing that we can do to help take care of people and things. And this is kind of like human and horse. It's a food. I'm looking at the package, and it makes a little crinkle sound. If you can hear, listen to this. Friends, it's a granola bar. It's a granola bar. And this granola bar has an ingredient in it that a horse would like. This granola bar is made with oats. Like oatmeal is something people eat. Oats are the little grain that is used to make this granola bar. That little tiny picture right by the chocolate chips, those are oats. Horses like them too. So if you ever get a granola bar and you're eating a granola bar, you can think, I'm eating the same thing that a horse might like. Just like carrots or apples, I'm eating the same thing a horse might like. You could pretend to be the horse. I'm glad we were together. I'm glad that you have your own body and your own space. You can sometimes pretend there's a little bubble around you. The other thing that you can do, even if you're only 2 years old, or 3 years old, or 4 years old, or 5 years old, or 6 years old, or however old you are, is you can help take care of yourself. There are things you can do to take care of yourself because you know what you like. You know what helps you. Does it help you to take deep breaths sometimes? Does it help you to go, sometimes? Does it help you to jump around sometimes? Does it help you to shake your hands sometimes? Does it feel good to comb your own hair sometimes? Being gentle with yourself? Does it feel good to find that dry, clean paintbrush and gently put it on your face? You'll know what feels good for yourself, and that's like you taking care of yourself too. I hope you find ways to help take care of yourself, and maybe you'll find somebody else who wants you to take care of them, who wants you to maybe gently comb their hair. Some people like that. You could find out. You could say, if you ever get a comb or a pick, you could say, would you like me to comb or pick your hair? And if they say no, don't do it. But if they say yes, then you can do it, being so gentle. Sweethearts, I'm glad we were together. I hope you have a wonderful day. You wonderful, beautiful humans. Bye, sunshines.